All right. Hello. It's middle of the afternoon. Is it 5 o'clock? Whatever you want to call it. I just checked out of work. Got my 8 hours. It's probably the last week that I'm not working the whole day on a Wednesday. But, make it worthwhile. About to make it worthwhile. So I'm leaving this area. Philly is a little busier, so I'll probably drive Uber a little bit because I'm trying to bounce back from the setback, but that's not really the focus. I don't come here to give a play-by-play in that much of a detail, which even though I want to, because I'm used to doing it on my voice note recording. Like before I decided to do this, I did voice notes recording for almost a year. I still do it, but not as frequent because I started doing this for YouTube. But the goal is to get live stream going for this channel, for at least one of my channels, and hopefully then I can handle it. But I didn't really check the channel. I'm just recording obviously separately on my device while I drive either home or towards a trip. But I don't think I have a subscriber yet. So I guess I'm about to do my 30 days without a subscriber. So if you do see a subscriber on this, 2 subscribers on this channel, it's my other channels. I just want to, I don't know, give myself a head start. But other than that, still trying to figure it out. Obviously, there's no thumbnails on my videos. There's no there's no studio effects, nothing, just kind of like me recording. But I do think the Tesla views is much better than the first couple of days when I was trying to do it in my regular car. So I'll probably have this Tesla for maybe 3 weeks minimum. Who knows? So, let's get some content going. Like I said, the job schedule is what really made me return back to work. The traditional way of working. Other than that, I didn't have any intentions of taking up a job. I would have probably been, Ubering. But without this job, though, I don't think I'd go to Colombia. I don't think I would have went. And that was the bag that I would have used when my car did go kaput. So fortunately, I do have a job. And where did I have this extra for? How did I put it together? But yeah, I basically used my last couple dollars to get me a rental, but yeah, I blew the bag. It's not that I want my last dollars, but I do put money away where I can't touch it to a certain time. But once I do get this cash out, along with this job and Uber, the goal is to never have to dig into my emergency funds for a trip or anything that's just like a purchase. I shouldn't have to dig to my emergency fund. So that's where I messed up. That's where I messed up. I said, I knew I had the job. I just needed my car not to go kaput. And when it did, it could, if it was only Uber that I did, it could have messed me up big time. But like I said, I had a little fun to get a rental, and obviously I learned a big lesson not to turn my back on a potential support system. So I think that's what the last video that I haven't uploaded yet was focused on. So I'll spend the other half kind of expounding on that. A support system where, if you're like me, I just always wanted to be independent, which I still do. Up to this point, I did not use anybody's money or anything like that, because when I'm out having a good time on my trip and people don't understand traveling and all that stuff, I don't want to be coming back. You know, if people see you blowing money, drinks and stuff, and then coming back to ask to borrow $1. I never wanted to be that dude. Never, you know. The only thing, I did have to use somebody else's car, but, you know, I give value in return to this person. So it seemed like they were happy to help, and I was just the one basically shying away, trying to find every other way until I had no way before I even considered asking for help. But the focus is it's okay to ask for help. I'm one of those people that I don't utilize that, you know. I very well still have family and stuff. We're not that tight, you know. I can see why I have this thing about me, but you know, you just never know until you do reach out. But I am gonna be more helpful to people going forward. I do know, like, you know, my original instinct is to separate. Whether good or bad, I just kind of want to be in control and have things go my way. And obviously, on this journey of going overseas, you're kind of looking for something outside of what I've known all my life. So it is kind of difficult to say I'm gonna be here for people back home and go trying to lead a life overseas. So every time I go overseas, in my mind, I feel like people think that they're losing me to another group, which in a way I am. You know, I am going over there for something different, and it'll probably be where I start my family and stuff like that. So I can see why somebody's not really your family, somebody's not really, you know, like they're outside of family members and stuff like that. They may think, all right, I don't have a chance to be in this person's life if, you know, if they're looking elsewhere to do all of these things that could potentially would have been a spot for them to fill in. But anyways, that's all I wanted to focus on for now. It's not a busy Uber day, so I'm not gonna sweat it. I may have to be at work tomorrow morning. It's just a matter of what time that I do come in. But I mean, I could stay online, but I have to go check on the house. I do know some people needed me to help them with some stuff, and I've been busy. It's the middle of the week, so I've been busy since Monday. It's been 3 days, but it's funny how things could, you know, I wouldn't say fall apart, but whenever I'm not there, which I do need to shake that off too. Like, as a grown man, I can't handicap myself to other people's needs. But once again, like I said, if I don't bring somebody value, I don't feel worthy to help them, especially if, I've been telling them no in their time of need. So I'm gonna go check out on some people. I mean, the time is getting close where I won't be available. It's probably gonna be work, and then when I get off on Thursday, I'm either on a flight or I'm collecting money for the flight, with whether it's a month away, 3 weeks away, so forth and so on. So it's gonna be a me focused process. Well, we're in 11 minutes in, that's our time frame, so we're gonna stop the video. I hope this is at least a decent one I can upload. I felt a little heavy on my words and stuff like that, but I'm working on it. It's a lot of tongue twisters. Yeah, we're gonna stop it right there.